Alright, hey, it's Mega here, and welcome to another anime figure desktop show and tell with Haruhi Suzumiya here from the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, or Suzumiya Haruhi no Yuutsu. Yeah, it's one of my favorite anime slash light novel, that type of thing. Yeah, and it's a pretty old one. Well, yeah, I guess compared to this video, it's a pretty old one, alright. So I got this figure from Ami Ami. I ordered her May 2024, so I've had this figure about a year since I'm shooting this video. Alright, so it's a Item A, Box B, the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya Beachside version. Alright, it's a 1/7 scale completed figure. The unit price was 8,980 yen, which is $60.95, alright, pretty much $61. Okay, I'm sure I ordered her with a bunch of figures, and the shipping usually comes out to around 10 US dollars, okay, if you do the C-mail shipping. As of this video, it looks like Ami Ami has brought the Surface Mail Premium shipping back, right, because of these Trump tariffs. Yeah, hooray, so... So maybe Mega will go start ordering figures again. Alright, so here's some information from myfigurecollection.net about this figure. Alright, category is pre-painted. Origin, Suzumiya Haruhi no Yuutsu, okay, or the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Character is Suzumiya Haruhi. Company, Kotobukiya as the manufacturer. Artist is Hide or Hyde as the sculptor. Version is the Beachside version. All right, this figure was released in November 2008, so this figure is about 17 years old. It's almost old enough to become an adult in the United States. Okay, guys. And it was released at the time of release. This figure was 5,800 yen, which is $39.37. Okay, $40. Wow, so I actually paid more for this figure than when it came out. All right, guys, that's kind of nuts. 5,800 yen versus 8,980 yen, right? But it's still, I mean, I guess in today's money, it's not that much. All right, guys. And I've never actually seen this figure. Anyway, so materials are PVC. All right, I'm surprised it doesn't have any ABS plastics in it. Dimensions is a 1/7 scale with a height of 150 millimeters or 5.85 inches. Under various, it says 791G. All right, does that mean, is that 791 grams or something? I'm not sure. All right, and it says cast off. All right, so this figure has a cast off feature. You can take her shirt off and reveal her bikini top, all right? And that's the reason why I bought this figure, guys, okay? That's the information from myfigurecollection.net. Here's some market prices for it right now. Man, this figure is actually not very easy to find. Okay, guys? Like I said, I hadn't really seen any until like last year when I was looking. On Solaris, they have one for 101 US dollars. It says here, okay? Somebody was selling on My Figure Collection for $100 US dollars with free shipping. Somebody got her for $50 on eBay. Ninoma has her for 10,648 yen. All right, that's about like 80 US dollars. That's my guess. Oh, that was a year ago. All right, that was a year ago. Neokyo Proxy 3 years ago had her for 8,700 yen. All right, and somebody was selling her without a box for $65. Okay, I do not know if you can get this from the Koto US website. I don't think they're making these anymore, and I don't think they have any stock. So good luck trying to find a brand new one, guys. Okay, so that's a scoop. All right, it's a pretty old figure. I would say this is kind of like a vintage figure. All right, guys. 2008. Mega started collecting figures around like 2005. Yeah, around like 2005 is when I started collecting anime figures. So this one came out not too long after I started collecting figures. It's changed a whole lot. The figure quality's gotten a lot better, but we'll see how this one holds up. I just want to say, alright, guys. Alright, it looks like it's pretty small. Okay, on eBay, someone is selling for $58 in the U.S. Oh, it's a seller. Huh, interesting. They've got two of them. Somebody is selling for $50 with $28 shipping, so just call that like $80 right there. Okay, so 80, another 80, 94, 94, 96, 90, 105, 124, 110. 150. Man, the price of this figure is kind of so you for this figure market price you're looking for anywhere from like, yeah, Hazel Mega got her for like $60, right? You're looking anywhere from 60 to like maybe like 120ish dollars, right? With like probably 180 or $100 being the median, all right, guys. So there you go. There's some of the market prices currently as of this video, and yeah, so and that's some information from myfigurecollection.net. Right, so let's start the show and tell. Okay, so yeah, I actually don't have very many Haruhi figures. Yeah, I have I shot a video on a Max Factory Haruhi figure of her playing the guitar. Right, it's the high energy version or something. That's what they call it. And I think that's the only I have like a Mikuru figure, but it's messed up. And actually some of the first figures I started collecting were Haruhi Suzumiya figures. Okay, but it was of Mikuru, right? Not Haruhi herself, right? But so I think this is my like second Haruhi figure. Interesting to note, I did get to meet Aya Hirano, all right, the voice actor of Haruhi from at a Fanime, all right, one time. But and I tried to have her autograph one of my figures, but the figure that I shot the video on, but she ran out of time. So we say her, she couldn't see me, all right, type of thing, for the autograph session. So yeah, so that's a scoop, guys. I wanted a swimsuit figure of Haruhi, and also I do have another figure of Yuki Nagato in a swimsuit. So I said, hey, why don't we just get the two girls together, right? Maybe if I could find like a Mikuru swimsuit figure, but so this is gonna wind up on my swimsuit figure collection. All right, Hazel Mega has quite a bit of swimsuit figures. Is what I want to say. Okay, so yeah, let's go take a look at this figure. All right, we're gonna do a show and tell. Let's begin. All right, so here's the box. It's by Kotobukiya. All right, would it make a good box figure? Because this window is super small, man. I always say that's like a 40% window, maybe at least. It would make an okay box figure. Right? I wish that window was a little bit bigger. Okay. Here you've got a Kadokawa sticker. It's a kind of like a holographic kind of Kadokawa bird. Right? I think it's either a peacock or a phoenix or something. I think it's supposed to be a phoenix. Here we've got the Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. Okay, right here. All right, that's the name of the anime / novel this came from. All right, and then it says 1/7 scale pre-painted figure. I think this says Beachside version. All right, or it's just a swimsuit figure. And then Haruhi Suzumiya. Okay, craftsmanship Kotobukiya is what it says here. Okay, so Kotobukiya is the one that produces this. You've got the warning labels here in 4 different languages. English on the top. This looks like French. This looks like, I think that's Italian. And that might be Spanish. Okay, that's it. All right, so that's the front. And then there's like just like a kind of like a seaside background. All right. Very small box. Yeah. So here we go. Here's a manga. I thought this was a light novel, guys, and then I bought it and I realized, oh, this is a manga. This is The Girl I Saved on the Train Turned Out to Be My Childhood Friend. And it's about the same size as a manga. There you go. Okay. So you got to figure the figure is probably a little bit smaller than that. Okay. So that's the front. All right, the side has a picture of the actual figure. It says here, sculpted by Hide. Okay. Okay, so here it says the tank top is the possibility of removing clothes. Okay, it says you could, I guess, what I'm gathering from that, it says it's you have the option of taking her clothes off. Okay, guys, and yes, we will do it. That's why I wanted this figure, is because I wanted a swimsuit figure. Right, guys. It's kind of hot. Yeah, you can take her clothes off, right? And then here you've got the Kotobukiya label again. All right, and then that same beach background. Oh, this is interesting. They have it says Haruhi Suzumiya Beachside version. All right, so this side is all English, and it's the back of the box. All right. So my guess is you could probably flip the figure around in there if you wanted to display her from this side. And this side looks like it's a little bit bigger, right? But yeah, so you can see the back of the figure in there. Very nice. Okay, here we've got, it says the big H with the Suzumiya Haruhi no Yuutsu, all right? The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya. It's in Romanji, right? And then that same beach background, all right? It's a different beach background, I think. Kotobukiya label, okay? Okay, we're back to the front. All right, there's the top of the box. It's upside down, but it's the same information from the front. All right, Kotobukiya, and then we've got a circular window on top to let light in. Okay, I think this is not open. See this circular tape here? It's not broken yet, unless they opened it from the bottom, which they didn't. So this is a new figure, guys. All right, new old stock. All right, and so here's the rest of the information. All right, guys. So yeah, sometimes if it's not on the box, they put it on the bottom. All right. These are some handling instructions. I'm not really going to go over that. I know this is 15 or over. All right. Don't give it to babies 0 to 3. There's a comic shop service number there. It says 888 comic book. We should call it. All right, and then so this is the warning labels in the 4 different languages again, for ages 14 and over. All right. Again, here's a Kotobukiya support. All right, Kotobukiya is in Tachikawa City, Tokyo, or Gardena, California. All right, that's in SoCal. I think Kotobukiya is in like Torrance, I think now, something like that. That's where the warehouse is, at least, anyways. So here you've got a kotobukiya.co.jp and Koto US. All right, so there's their Japanese website and their US website. All right, and they do sell figures in the United States, guys. It says produced by Kotobukiya Company Limited. Here we've got the recycle labels. It says here PVC. Let me see. It says the base is cork and the figure is PVC. Okay, so I guess there's no ABS plastics on this, so probably the figure is really it's kind of soft, is what I'm gonna say. Okay, so here's the Ami barcode. All right, so this is item A, box B. So I think A means it's probably never been displayed, all right, taken out of the box, but the box is not in the best shape, right? Yeah, you can see there. The front window had some scratches on it, and the box looks kind of old. What do you expect from a 17-year-old figure, guys? Okay. It says here copyright 2006. This is made in China. It says here 11/2008. So that's November 2008. There's a part number here, PP-257/5800. Okay. And yeah, so that's all the information that we can get from this figure on the box. So Hades Mega is going to unbox this figure. Let's go. Okay, so there's the inside of the box. All right, it's a beach, so they're definitely going for that beach theme. All right, and then on the top is this clouds and stuff. All right, and then you can see the water over there. Okay, there she is, the beautiful Haruhi Suzumiya. All right, she looks like it's kind of this figure is kind of sexy looking as well. All right, it's very sexy because it looks like she's taking her clothes off. All right, like she's at the beach, she's getting ready to undress and show her bikini off to the SOS Dan Club. All right, okay. Anyway, so yeah, the figure came out in two pieces, but there's also these ribbons. I'm not really sure where they go. My guess is they go with the bikini. Okay, so we'll figure that out. All right, so there was a lot of plastic, protective plastic on the figure. All right, and like it says, it's a cast off figure. Okay, so it pretty much comes out in two pieces. The base, all right, which really is cork. Remember, I said it was cork. I didn't see the base until we took it out, guys. And yes, this is a brand new figure, guys. Nobody's ever taken this out of the box. All right. And then there's the figure itself. So to get the plastic that's on her neck off, you either have to rip it off or take her head off. All right, and then you can't get the plastic on her hand off because the head's in the way. So if you take the head off, you can take that plastic off and that one, and then you have to kind of open up her shirt a little bit, and then there's a plastic on her front, and then there's a plastic on the back. All right, and then yeah, look at that, man. There's these cast-off figures, man. Yep, no, I think that's as far as it wants to go, man. Okay, and then yeah, and then you just there's no pegs or anything. You just plop her down on the base. All right, it's nice that they provide it. They didn't even have to provide a base. So I don't think I have a figure that has a cork base, guys. Okay, so that's interesting. All right, that's just how they did it in those days, is what I say. All right, let's do a quick 360. But yeah, at some point we'll cast her off, all right, guys? When we get to the bikini top, we'll cast her off. Hazemega intends to use this as a swimsuit figure, okay, guys? Plus, I'm not really a big fan of cast off, guys, and I'll show you why. All right. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. All right. Okay, we're back. All right, and yeah, you know, I think for its time. That this is indicative of the figures that came out of its time, right? Especially for Kotobukiya. Kotobukiya's figures used to be really, I call Kotobukiya mid, all right, guys. They're not the best figure producer, but they're not the worst. Okay, so that's why I call them mid, all right, guys. They're like my medium standard, all right. But nowadays they've been doing more premium figures, is what I'm gonna say. I've been doing a lot of newer Kotobukiya figures, and they're very nice. Okay, so let's start at the base, and we'll work our way up. All right. So yeah, this is an interesting base, guys. All right. So it's made out of cork, and it has a big H printed on it. All right. Take her off. Yeah, there's a big H on it. All right. So. They don't have to worry about any nub marks or anything. All right, I mean maybe there might be nub marks. Take a look at it. It's raised about almost a 1/4 inch, something like that. Actually, it isn't flat. Look at that. See? What if I put it the other way? Yeah, what if I flip her around? Will it still do that? Is it that because of the weight of the figure? No, it's because it's not flat, guys. Look at yeah, it's not flat. That's why. All right, you can put her on there any way you want. All right, guys. Okay, yeah, so there's the base. Very interesting base. It's made out of cork. I guess it's okay. It gives her something nice and soft to sit on, all right? And it's very grippy too. That's what I'm noticing. It doesn't want to move at all. It's tacky. Okay. Okay. So let's take a look at these legs, all right? It's not a very tall figure, so we're going to get up there real quick, all right? So it's a swimsuit figure, and it's got a lot of skin, all right, guys? And it's like she's undressing. It's kind of sexy. I like it. All right. One thing I noticed is the molding is not the best, all right, guys? Her thigh is kind of sharp here, all right? And then if you look in the back here, her thigh is like it's kind of wavy a little bit. All right, you could see a mold line going down here. Okay. You have to look real careful, but there's a mold line coming up here. So what they I think I think it's painted. I can't. It's kind of hard to tell, is what I'll say. But if it is painted, what they should have done is they should have sanded this till it was smooth, right? Really smooth, and then painted it. All right, guys. But you can see the mold line right here. All right. Bad kind of molding, right? By today's standards, that's not very good. All right, guys. All right. Looks like there's a little scratch right here. Okay, so you can see it. Yeah, you can see the light reflect off of it. So, also, it's a flat finish. Okay, guys. The whole figure looks flat, except for maybe her mouth. I guess her mouth is like shiny. Okay, so everything is flat. I would have liked it if it was kind of more a matte finish, or if it was smoother. Right. The skin, it doesn't look very smooth, all right, guys. It looks kind of plasticky. It looks kind of Barbie doll, all right. This is something you would expect from like prize figure stuff, okay, guys. So that just shows you, back then, what was considered a like a scale figure is kind of like by today's standard is like a prize figure, right? I've seen some prize figures that are nicer. This is what I say, all right. Okay, and then so. Yeah, so you can see the mold lines and everything, and then like there's some scratches on the side here. I don't know why. It's like it just looks really shiny and stuff. Right, and then her thigh is like kind of too sharp. Okay, so let's take a look at the bikini bottom. All right, there it is. It just looks kind of like a black pantsuit. All right, basically. All right, you've got some folds here. All right, it's actually not really black. It's kind of like a gray color. All right, maybe because they used the flat paint. Also, it doesn't look like they painted it on too well. It looks kind of, the lines don't look very strong. It looks like they're kind of going out of the line a little bit. Okay, just a little bit. Okay, that's that attention to detail. All right, it looks like there might be a little bit of booty squish, guys. All right, she's got a nice little round booty. All right, good stuff. It looks like the bikini bottom is like a matte finish. It's a little bit shinier than the skin. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Also, she's getting kind of like a wedgie, sort of, kinda. All right, it kind of you can see the bikini kind of riding up her butt crack. Very nice. All right, she's got a nice round booty. That's what I'll say. All right, and she one thing I noticed is she has little dimples on top of her butt. There's like dimples right here. I never see that before. Do people really have dimples on their butt? I don't know. I don't really look back there, right, guys? But yeah. Okay, it looks like there might be a little bit of shading. It kind of gets brighter at the top of the butt cheeks. That's interesting, yeah? It looks like it gets darker on the corners. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay. So let's go take a look at this top, and then we'll go cast this figure off. All right. So yeah, we're just gonna take a look at her torso. All right. So there you can see her belly button. All right. She's got a flat tummy, and what is it? Yeah, it's a flat finish. The skin looks pretty good on her stomach. Even the molding looks pretty good. All right. It looks really realistic. I like it. I'm a fan of it. And yes, there's the two dimples on the back. Okay. All right. I like this. It's kind of sexy because it's like she's taking off her clothes, all right, type of thing. I mean, she is taking off her clothes. All right. It's kind of hot. All right. And she's already in the bikini bottom already. It's like it's like almost a bedtime, she's type of thing. All right, but yeah, she's at her beach, and she's gonna remove her clothing to show Kyon her bikini. All right, guys. So she's wearing I guess it's a tank top. Yeah, it's a tank top, and the molding is actually pretty good on it. Look at how many folds and everything are. It looks really smooth. All right. It's shaped like her bosoms. All right. Very nice. And it does have like an undershirt. It's kind of weird. Why would she be wearing an undershirt? Okay. or maybe this, I don't know. Yeah, it's like she's wearing two shirts, right, guys? She's wearing this yellow tank top, and then there's another one underneath. It's like an under tank top. It's a purple color, so you can see this purple frilly stuff here. It's kind of weird. All right, it's definitely a second shirt, and oh, you get some side boob there. Look at that, good. Some side, you get the walkie pie right there. Yeah, she's giving you the goods right there. All right, but this side can't really see anything. You get a little bit of both. All right, guys. Okay, so yeah, another thing is this figure has no instructions at all. Okay, guys, so you have to kind of figure it out on your own. All right, so we're gonna go figure it out right now. We're gonna go cast her up. All right, so now we're gonna go take the her shirt off. All right, her tank top off. It looks very nice, is what I want to say. The molding is nice. Just one thing I don't like about this is it's cast off. I couldn't get this in any more than that. That's as far as it wants to go. There's a little peg here that holds it together, sort of, kinda. But there's this huge gap here. All right, so you're definitely gonna see that. All right, if you don't want to see it, just take it off. All right. Oh, it looks like her arm comes off too. Look at there's like a kind of like a thing here. Okay. So I guess to get it off, you got to take her arm off also. Okay, so Hazebeg is going to attempt to take it off. I did notice there was some paint transfer and stuff, but I had to kind of take her apart just to take all the plastic stuff off. All right, so first we're going to take her head off. Okay, it just comes right off. Set that aside. And then I guess you got to take this arm off. Yeah, it's not going to come off with this because she's kind of holding it. Oh, okay. You just pivot it. Okay, and then so you just kind of open it up from the bottom. Oh, and her arm came off. Okay, the arm does come off. Right, and then you just kind of lift it up off of her. Okay, there you get a better look at it right there. She's got a nice pair of boobies. Okay, I didn't see that there. This one has two pegs on this side. Okay, that holds it together. And she really doesn't have an undershirt on. So, also there's a peg in the back. Okay. Alright, and then so now we set the thing aside, and we're going to put the arm back on. Okay, until you kind of don't see a gap there. And you put the head back on. And also, I think another thing I want to point out, there's a paint transfer back here. All right, but you don't see it when the hair is covering it, so it's not a big deal. Okay, and then just pop the head back on. Long neck Haruhi. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's a hole. All right, there's a hole between her boobs. Okay, so I guess that's where the one of the ribbons goes. Okay, there's two ribbons that came with it. All right, here's one of them. All right, it's the same color as the swimsuit. Okay, and you're just supposed to put that in there like that. If not, you'll have a hole in there, so you kind of want to put it. All right, and then there's another hole in their back. All right. Where the where that peg was. I have to say that's quite kind of ingenious, that's what I would say. Oh my god, it's really hard to get in there. It's really flexible though, so don't have to worry about breaking it. Okay, and there she is. You transformed her from a it's like a changing clothes version to a swimsuit version. All right, there it is. Okay, so now we can see more of her body. All right, so let's check it out. Okay, yeah, I kind of get a kick out of that. it's kind of sexy that like yeah, it's like she's taking her clothes off and stuff. I kind of like that, all right. But I kind of like this too, all right. Yeah. So she's showing you the goods now, all right, guys. So yeah, so now you can see more of her body, all right. She's got this kind of she's got like a small kind of hourglass figure, as I want to say. She's got a nice figure, all right. Okay, so yeah, there's a little a ribbon, all right, that you have to put in there that goes between. It kind of looks like it doesn't belong there, honestly, to tell you the truth. All right, but yeah, so it's a bikini. All right, it's got some pretty big bikini cups. All right, she's got some nice boobies, is what I'm gonna say. All right, you get lots of cleavages. All right, and like I guess since her arm is coming up, her boob is like kind of like it's like kind of flexing a little bit towards this direction. Okay, guys. Yeah, so you get some nice cleavages. All right, the bikini is actually more like an olive color, is what I've noticed. Yeah. Instead of being black, it looks like it's an olive color is what it is. Like a dark olive color. All right, and like I mentioned, you get some side boob, all right, and some armpit, all right, the waki pie, all right, that's the good. She's giving the fans what they want, all right, the waki pie, all right, guys. And then so there's just two straps that go over her shoulder, and there's one that goes around her back, all right. It looks like the paint for the most part is within the lines. Also, one thing I'm noticing is yeah, the bikini is like a matte finish, a little bit of light reflects off of it, just like the bottom. All right, and then there's the big ribbon for the back. All right, I think they're just kind of decorative. I'm not sure. Okay, guys. Okay, but they've used those ribbons to cleverly hide the pegs for the tank top. All right. Very nice. Okay, and then yes, you get the collarbones. She has very nice collarbones. And yes, she's wearing a bikini, so she's got exposed shoulders. Very nice. She's got a nice body. All right, she's like a god. She's literally a goddess, guys. Okay. All right, and then so here's another problem with this is that yeah, you can take her arm off, right? So you've got this huge gap here, and I tried my best to put it. Okay, so I think that's all it'll do. Okay, guys, that's as close as you're gonna get it. Yeah, there's a huge freaking gap here, man. So on the arm, all right. But yeah, there it is. All right, so there's the arm, and it's bent. This one is bent, and this one was kind of holding the tank top a little bit, and now it looks like she's gonna reach for one of the bikini straps. All right, she's gonna take it off. I don't know. All right, guys, maybe she's putting it on. All right, it does look like the skin. Yeah, it looks like the skin on her arms is a little shinier than the rest of the figure. Remember I said the legs were flat? So it looks the finish looks kind of inconsistent on the skin. All right, but for the most part, the sculpting for the body looks really nice. The only thing I don't like is the legs, guys. The legs had those weird mold lines and everything and scratches. But her torso is very nice, is what I'm saying. Yes. She's very, very sexy. Very beautiful. Okay, and then she's got her one arm holding up, probably just looks like she's putting her arm over her ear or something. Okay. All right, and then so let's take a look at the face. Okay, so she has huge eyes. All right, huge anime eyes. Okay, guys. They're brown, and she's looking off to the right. All right, her mouth is wide open. You can see her tongue. All right, and her tongue, yeah, her tongue is gloss. Okay, the only gloss they put on this figure, it's on the tongue. All right, so you can see the light just shine right off of it. All right, so yeah, her mouth is red, and her tongue is like kind of like pink. All right, her face looks a little too shiny. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, it's kind of what am I gonna say? It's yeah, it's too shiny. It looks kind of plasticky. All right, if I was to rate all the skin on the whole figure, I would say the face is probably the worst, man. It's the shiny. It looks shiny, but the legs has this molding problem, but the body looks really good. Okay, this was there, right? All right. And then, yes, let's take a look at her hair. All right, she's got that short brown hair. All right, unfortunately, she had to cut her long hair. She looks so nice with it. All right. Kyun likes the long hair Haruhi, and I do too. Okay. But there it is. Actually, the hair looks really good. It looks really fluffy. All right. She's got the bangs. All right, and then there's some of this hair on the side here. Very nice. It's covering her eyes just a little bit. They look kind of like bananas, but yeah, they look like good bananas. All right, and then there's the yellow hair ribbon that she wears. All right. There's the hair ties. They're yellow. I think it's I don't know. It might be a gloss finish too. It's pretty shiny. It's a matte or a gloss. This side looks glossier than this side. That's the funny thing. This side looks flat. Man, the paint is so inconsistent on this figure. See, this looks shiny. I can see the light reflect off of it. This one you can't. So this one is flat, and this one is like a glossy. Okay, that's really weird, man. The finishes are like inconsistent, man. And then then there's the top part of the ribbon or headband. And it doesn't look like they painted it on very good, man. It's like it's not very strong. It looks like it's not very yellow. You would expect it to be yellower than that, right? It looks like there's still some of the hair color bleeding into it or something, all right? But yeah, it's a brown color. Okay, her hair's on the shiny side, all right? It's I wouldn't say, I think it's like a matte finish. Yeah. So she's got like a shiny hair, so it looks really good. The molding looks really good on the hair, though. There's no shading on it. There's no real shade. There's no shading on the whole figure, actually. So, okay. And so with that, we're done with the show and tell. All right, guys. So swimsuit figure, not too much to talk about, but yes, this one does have a cast-off feature. So there you go. That's it. So that's the swimsuit figure. I'm just gonna leave her like this from now on. All right, guys. I'm not gonna put the top back on. It's nice that she does have the top, and it's kind of sexier with the top on. All right, the tank top. It's kind of like she's undressing. All right, it's kind of sexy. Okay, but yes, she looks very nice in her bikini. All right, she has a nice figure. Yeah. The finishes, the paint finishes on the figure are like, they're all over the place, guys. Okay, you've got like flat skin, but somewhere her face is really shiny. There's like mold lines on her legs. The legs don't look very smooth. There's scratches on the skin. Yeah, I'm really gonna scrutinize this one, all right, guys. But to be fair, for its time, is probably, this was probably a good figure for its time, all right? Remember, this is a vintage figure, guys, all right? And for a vintage figure, it looks good. It looks, I would put it up there with like a premium prize figure, okay, guys? That's where I would rate it, okay, guys? Yeah, the paint is just not very good. They didn't even mention who painted this, but like they mentioned the sculptor, but they didn't mention the painter because maybe the painter didn't do a very good job. I don't know, man. But the hair is shinier than pretty much the rest of the body. The hair, it's like the head they made shinier than the rest of the body. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like, all right? Maybe somebody else painted the head, and then somebody else painted the body. That's what it looks like, guys. All right, and then, yeah, so this thing is also a flat color, too. Actually, the molding is really nice on this. It's really nice. I'm impressed by the molding on the tank top. It's very nice. Okay, and then it comes together nicely. Casting it off isn't very difficult, so it's not too bad. If you want to keep the top on, you're gonna get the gaps. Okay, so you're gonna get the gaps. Also, you're gonna get a gap. There's a gap right here because you can take her arm off, because you have to take her arm off to take the thing out because she's like kind of grabbing it. All right, and then it's kind of cool that they added these ribbons to plug the holes in her body. Okay. Yeah, so I think the best thing about this figure is the body, all right? The torso area, okay? The chest area is very nice. The head is like a little too shiny. It's shinier than the rest of the figure, and inconsistent finishes, all right? There's the glossy side and the flat side, all right, guys? And a lot of the paint isn't like on there like very strong, as I want to say, right? It's interesting base too. It's a cork base, and I was worried about her gonna be kind of tippy, all right, but she's not, all right. They actually balanced it really well, all right. So I don't think you have to worry about her tipping over. If you are, you could put coins or you can put stuff underneath her knees to prop her up. But I don't foresee this one falling forward unless there was like a big earthquake or something. Okay, guys. So yes, a lot of figures that have this kind of kneeling position, they tend to want to flop forward. Okay, guys. And this one seems like it's pretty stable. All right, and she's got somewhere nice and soft to kneel down on. Very nice. So there you go. That's the Haruhi Suzumiya Beachside version from Kotobukiya. It's like a time capsule, guys. All right, so pretty much, yeah. I've never taken this figure out of the box. No one has ever taken this figure out of the box, and it's from like 2007. Okay, guys. So it's almost coming up on 20 years, guys. Yeah, it's been a minute. Haruhi Suzumiya, man. Yeah. Okay, so Hazumiga has the Yuki Nagato. I have the Alter Yuki Nagato swimsuit version figure. All right, so look forward to that show and tell. I will put a link to it at the end of this video if I get it done. You know, but I bought them together so I could display them together. So maybe I should get like a Mikuru figure, swimsuit Mikuru figure if I can. All right, guys. But yeah, for the money, I think I paid $60 for her. I think is worth it. Okay, especially in today's money, and it's a scale figure. It has a cast off feature, all right, which Hazumiga is not a big fan of. I don't really like cast off figures just because of the gaps and stuff, man. And then but it's nice that they give you the option to keep her top on, all right, and then it's kind of sexier with the top on actually. Okay, so there she is. I'll get some 360s and close-ups. That's the end of this figure show and tell. Thanks for watching. Hazumiga out.